Hi, welcome to POV. My name is Josiah. Let's talk about Arsenal. In this episode, let's talk about who you think Arsenal's most important player is, because there's a team that we've seen struggle, you know, after the first international break in August, and then also the recent one we had in November. But guess what? Since the return of Martin Odegaard, things have really changed for Arsenal in a very positive way. We've been arguing who Arsenal's best or most important player is. Some, go to the extent of saying it could be William Saliba, who plays as a centre back. Some even say that it's Thomas Partey, and then some also are of the opinion that it could be their attacking midfielder Martin Odegaard, who had a long injury layoff for about 2 months without playing football, and now he's back, and finally Arsenal are beginning to win games. Now, since the return of Martin Odegaard, Arsenal have managed to win 3 out of their 4 games they've played in all competitions. So it started off with that 1-1 draw against Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge, where he assisted a goal, and then in the other game where they won 3-0 against Nottingham Forest at home at the Emirates, and then that continued with an impressive display, again, despite not producing any goals or assists, in that 5-1 thumping victory over Sporting CP in the UEFA Champions League. He was still arguably one of the finest, players on the pitch. And then in their next game at the Olympic Stadium against West Ham United, Arsenal trashed them by 5-2, and then he was at the heart of things again, scoring from a penalty spot. But then again, you can take away, his influence and presence in the heart of midfield for Arsenal. So now we are asking, it's so simple. For me, yes, I believe he brings a lot to the table for Arsenal, because he's a quality player. He has an eye for a good pass. He knows how to position himself. He's good, from set-piece situations. He knows how to link up the defense. He's the man who just, makes things work for them in the third half of the pitch. I don't know for you, but, the numbers speak for itself. It's so simple. Yes, you could say that William Saliba has been great for Arsenal. He played so well. You don't take anything away from him. Whenever he pairs with Gabriel in the heart of defense, it's always great to see them play. They play so well as a unit. You talk about Thomas Partey, who also plays as a deep line playmaker. Sometimes, a bit more offensively, depending on what the position brings. Also as one of the best players for Arsenal and the most important player. We are talking about Martin Odegaard, who, in his absence, Arsenal has really struggled. Not just in the league, but then also in Europe, where they failed to score a goal when they traveled to Atlanta, and then also in the absence of Odegaard, they lost narrowly at the Giuseppe Meazza against Inter Milan in the UEFA Champions League group stages. So in the absence of this chap, Arsenal has really struggled. Now he comes back, and then Arsenal already find themselves second on the league table, despite the fact that they are trailing league leaders Liverpool by 9 points. You could still talk about positives since his return from the sideline. So, this is a player who I call as one of the finest number 10s, despite the fact that he doesn't play in the hole right behind the striker. He's one of the finest number 10s in the last 5-6 years in world football. But what he adds to this Arsenal team is quite great. And his link-up play, with Saka, the likes of Leandro Trossard, the likes of Kai Havertz and Co. makes him even exceptional. So I would say, yes, he's been Arsenal's most influential and also their most important player. I don't know what you have to say, but this is the point of view, the POV. So you can also share your views. Do you think Martin Odegaard's return is what has boosted Arsenal to where they are currently? Or you just think it's a collective effort? Because now, since his return, they've also had the likes of Ricardo Calafiori and then also, Jurriën Timber all returning to the lineup. So it's just because, they have a full house and options for Mikel Arteta to select from, and it's not just about Odegaard, but I still maintain that Odegaard is Arsenal's most important player.